Hey, so I went to the Women's March today, and I wanted to make a video for y'all about it because it was quite the experience. I didn't march because I don't agree with a lot of what's going on there. I'm going to explain that to you. But I went to my friends invited me, and I went with them because they were sitting at a table for a specific organization. So I was like, sure, I'll go sit with you or hang out with you. I'll see these signs, whatever. I wrote down the fucking signs, some of the best signs I saw. I'll also tell y'all about some other bullshit that went down there. So, first of all, got there, vibe sucked. It just sucked completely. You know, I don't really know why they have people who are, like, kind of shitty at public speaking, you know, like, speak publicly. That seems, like, kind of dumb. But, I don't know, it was corporately funded, so it didn't have that going for it. But, you know, when things are corporately funded, oh, my baby, my dog just brought his toy over here because he wants to play. No, you can play OS, Binky. But so, when things are corporately funded, then corporate money gets involved, and then a lot of bullshit ends up happening. For example, I mean, this wasn't even a corporation's fault, but there were a lot of fucking men there. Seriously, like, maybe 1 in 7, maybe 1 in 8 people there were men. And I was like, the fuck? I guess before I read you some of the signs, because I'm so tired. Oh my gosh, I watched Deprogrammer's newest video last night, and I couldn't fucking sleep last night because I was thinking about it. Because I was so disturbed. But, so I'm really tired, so forgive me. But anyway, what happened was, I saw my favorite thing, a camera, a news crew. And he was talking to this woman in a pussy hat a few feet away from me. And I was like, excuse me, when you're done with her, will you speak to me? And he was like, sure. First of all, he was a shorter guy, which I like. Did not like this guy, but I like the shorter man. And he was like, yeah, sure, you can talk to me. So he fucking came up to me and he was like, so what do you want to talk about? Like, not with the camera on me. I was like, will you interview me on camera? Like, dumbass, what the fuck do you think I was... I just wanted to chat. I just wanted to chat with you. Like, come on. I was like, okay, can I get interviewed on camera? And he was like, sure. And I was like, okay, we're going to move over here because apparently I know how to compose a shot better than he does. But anyway, I wanted to move where there was better lighting and we had the crowd behind me. And so we moved about 20 feet. And then he was like, so, why'd you come here today? And I was like, well, I came here to support real women. And he was like, yeah, so, well, are you liking it so far? And I was like, well, you shouldn't be here because you're a man. Your news station should have hired a woman to do your job and to do the cameraman's job. I don't even know why you're here. Why are you here? He was like, well, there are a lot of men here. And I was like, yeah, I want them to leave. Because this is, in fact, a women's march. And he was like, terrified, which was hilarious. But he was like, is there anything else you wanted to say? And I was like, get out. Leave. I don't know if that made the news, but, like, let's hope so. But I fucking saw him later, so he didn't heed my advice, which was rude. That shit was dumb. I saw a llama, actually. Some woman brought a llama. I'm not really sure how that was connected to the women's movement, but it was cool. I love llamas. Didn't get to meet her, but letdown number 1. I did not get to meet the llama. But letdown number... I guess that was letdown number 2, because letdown number 1 was that there were so many fucking spoo drags walking around. At the table, when we were sitting at the table, these 3 dudes walked by. One was wearing a MAGA hat. The other 2 were like walking around with their jackets undone. It was fucking cold out. So this was clearly very intentional. They were walking with their jackets unzipped and open, wearing Ben Shapiro shirts. And my friend said she heard one of them say, I just hate women. Wow, dumb fuck. So you took the time out of your day to walk through here because you hate women. I'm sorry your mom didn't abort you. That's a real shame. I'm sure she regrets that too. Hey, Mom. Hey, that guy's mom. Some cool things happened. I guess I'll tell you the signs that I saw, and we'll talk about them. So, I saw one that was like, God loves his trans children, and I was like, okay, of course God loves her trans children, but, this is a movement, this is a march about women. This is not trans children march. This is women's march, but that was a sign she wanted to hold. Oh, I saw a bunch of children holding Socialist Feminists for LGBT equality. Oh, excuse me, LGBTQ equality. First of all, there's a whole movement, I don't know if y'all know this, but there's a whole movement to get the L, lesbians, out of LGBTQ, PIBA, BBQ, what the fuck, that shit. There's a movement to get them out of it because they've always been treated like shit by the rest of the movement, and twins are taking over. So look into that, maybe. It's just gross when I see a kid holding any kind of sign that promotes transgenderism. That upsets me. It reminds me, I didn't even tell you this. I'll tell you this later. But so, okay, I'm just telling you all the signs right now. Oh, this one was hilarious. A guy was holding a sign, a male, an actual male, was holding a sign that said, reject male entitlement. Well, maybe you should have rejected male entitlement by not fucking making that sign and not fucking showing up. Because it was pretty entitled of you to do that, dumbass. This one was, I think this one might have been the worst one. Let me see. Hold on. No, it wasn't the worst one, but it was definitely a terrible one. It said, badass. This is all the sign said. It said, badass liberal feminist. There's literally nothing badass about being pro-prostitution, you fucking moron. Go home. Liberal. It should have said, badass liberal feminist. There's no such thing. You can't be a badass and be promoting the oppression of women. You can't. Fuck all the way off with that dumb shit. I saw one that said, like, maybe she's born with a vagina, but maybe it's none of your business. And that was a woman holding that. That was some pro-trans bullshit, and I was like, the fuck is wrong with you? Terry said that she saw, like, all those crazy, like, super duper pro trans, all about trans signs were being held by women. The one that was holding the God loves his trans children, that was held by a woman too. What the fuck? It's clearly these women who are so socialized to accommodate men that they have to make a sign that's pro-trans and take it to the women's march. Yeah, I'm sure Susan B. Anthony is fucking turning in her grave over that shit. I was talking to a friend of mine today on IG, and she was just like, what the fuck has this world come to? Like, imagine giving people all this new terminology we have now in, like, imagine going to 2009 and introducing it to those people. You know, they would be like, what the fuck are you talking about? What the hell is this gibberish? Cis? Girl dick? What the fuck? What the fuck is right? Oh god, this one was so cringy. This is an actual man holding this sign. It said, privileged, white, straight, cis, male, intersectional, feminist. Why didn't you take your privilege and go all the way the fuck back home? Because that's where you should have been, bruv. We don't want you. at the women's march. Dumb shit. What was really cool was when Terry and I were sitting at this table. There were some, I'm pretty sure they were high school aged. If not, they were early college, but I'm pretty sure they were high school aged gals taking some pics. And one of them had one of those stupid signs. And I've seen this sign made multiple times. Y'all should, if y'all are making the same sign, maybe you want to stop, because it's kind of good to be original, especially with your signs. That stupid ass sign that's like, we don't just support sisters, we also support sisters. Like, I geared up. Our other friend that was there, she was like, she saw that, but then I think she went to the bathroom, so she wasn't here for this conversation, but she was like, you should ask them what is cis. So then as they were passing us, I was like, excuse me, can I ask you about your sign? And she was like, sure. And she came over, and I was like, what's cis? What is that? And she was like, explaining it to me. And she was like, oh, you know, like, either you're either cisgender or you're transgender. And I was like, acting like I wasn't fucking even in the trans cult for the whatever amount of years that I was in it for. How long was I even in the trans cult? Let's think about this. Must have been... $8 years. I was in that bullshit ass fucking cult for 8 years. I was acting like I wasn't even ever in the cult. But she was like, you know, for like non-trans people are cis. But and I was like, okay, but isn't that most people? Aren't most people cis then? And then she went into this, and I was like, I still don't get it. What does cis mean? And she just went into this long fucking goddamn, like, Rowan Ellis level fucking rant about cis and gender and da-da-da-da-da. And I was like, okay, so and seriously, in the fucking same breath, she said that gender is a social construct, but you can choose your gender. Like, honey, you're clearly not getting it. You're clearly not getting it if you're saying that shit. But I was like, so you can just, I got to ask her IRL in person. I said, can you define what a woman is without using stereotypes? And she said, oh yeah, sure. Well, a woman is anyone who identifies as a woman. And I was like, okay, well, with that logic, if a girl was about to become a victim of female genital mutilation, couldn't she just identify as male, and then the genital mutilation would stop? And she's like, well, no. I got her. I freaking got her. I talked her right the fuck into a corner in less than 3 minutes. Come at me. Every fucking time you want to do that, come at me, and I will do it for you. I think they were getting it. But the trans cult is very powerful, and the indoctrination is very serious. So later on, when everyone started marching, I saw her holding up the cis sign, and, you know, Terry got to talk to them too, and I really think we did talk some sense into them. They're very young, so I get it, but, like, it's just unfortunate that this fucking transgenderism has taken over. There was a time when one of the speakers, who kind of sucked, was talking, and she said something like, this really, really annoyed me. She was like, and we're here for indigenous women, we're here for disabled women, we're here for trans women. And then she fucking said, where my trans women at? When all the other women she just named didn't get a chance to cheer, but the trans women got a chance to cheer. Trans women are men. Maybe you can watch my video. The song of trans... Do you want to come in the shot? The song of trans women are men. Maybe you need that to help you understand that trans women are men. Saw a bunch of trans women. That was upsetting, you know. I can tell immediately upon seeing you. I can fucking see your Adam's apple, your hands, your manly ass chin, your manly ass jaw, your manly ass hairline, your manly ass face, your manly ass nose, your manly ass brow. I see it all, bruv. I ain't got perfect vision, but I don't even need perfect vision to see that you're a fucking man pretending to be a woman. I swear they have a fucking oppression fetish. It is so messed up. This was really bad. This was like really, really bad. And this whole crowd, who, if anyone, I know people heard, but some people were lucky to hear me. I hope this guy didn't go around saying other inappropriate shit at other times, but given the fact that he's a man, he probably did. So the women were walking, and I was watching. Excuse me, the women and men were walking for the women's march, and I was just watching them, you know, proceed with the march. And this guy, 4 feet from me, yelled, "Make women orgasm more!" And I was like, did you come here to yell, make women orgasm more? Fuck you. Get out of here. You're a man. I don't want you here. And he was like, I have freedom of speech. Yeah, and you also have freedom of being a fucking dumbass, being a man, telling women you want them to orgasm. I bet you watch porn, don't you? And he was like, no. And I was like, I don't care. You're a man, being fucking disgusting, you pervert. How dare you say you want women to orgasm more? You're not even with anyone. Fuck you! Ugh, that was really gross. I hope he fucking dies today. Maybe he could die tomorrow. But, you know, within the next 48 hours would be awesome. Men who go to a women's march and shout that kind of perverted shit don't deserve to live. I think there's like this theme of men thinking like, if they're like, I care about women because I want to have sex with them. Dumb shit. That doesn't mean you respect me. That means you want to fuck me. Literally. Like, how is that respecting me? Okay, you want to be sexual with me. 1, that's gross because I don't even know you. 2, that's not respecting someone. Wanting access to their body for your own pleasure is not respecting someone. JFC. Oh, Jesus. This is actually kind of a fun tie-in to my first video where I mentioned seeing a different person wearing this shirt, but after the march I met this dog. Okay. Mom loves dogs. Met this really cool dog, and I was like, oh, can I pet your dog? The gal walking him was like, oh, of course, yeah, he loved pets. And so I was petting him, talking to him, hanging out with him, and I saw that she was wearing the fucking shirt that said, why be racist, why say something racist, sexist, transphobic when you could just say nothing at all? And I was like, honey, did you know that the trans rhetoric is inherently sexist? And she's like, it is? And I was like, yeah, because it attributes stereotypical behaviors to women in a sexist way. And she was like, oh, really? And I fucking gave her my YouTube channel. I gave her Terry's YouTube channel. So hopefully, what's up? Hi. I'm so glad you're here. Trying to think of anything else that happened. Did I give you all the signs? I think I gave you all the signs. It was just kind of dumb, and that's why I didn't actually really participate. I feel like there was something else I really wanted to tell you. I did see a man calling out another man. There was some corporate shit being sold. You know, the pussy hat is now commodified, which is obnoxious, but hey, I mean, it's the pussy hat, right? Hyena hats, these ain't commodified yet, and they won't be, because I'm not fucking commodifying. Y'all can learn to knit them yourselves, but anyway. That is if I don't make you one, but anyway, this other guy, this is kind of more outside of the, not like within the march. This one guy was selling this shit, and this other guy was saying that, hey, he was saying that the company that was selling this shit was sketch. I didn't hear the entire interaction, But he was saying that the company selling the shit was sketch, and the guy working was really mad. I think he got fired on the spot, which was kind of funny. But that guy reacted very strongly. And then the guy who called him out was like, why'd you even come to the Women's March to sell this shit? And I was like, thank you. So thanks to that guy. Hi, if he's watching. But yeah, there shouldn't have really been any men there. I wish there had only been women. I think that was everything I wanted to say. But one thing I've noticed that is a problem is that these women are not angry. These women are definitely not angry enough. These women are not serious enough about their movement. Like this whole transgender bullshit, and you know, taking men, taking your what was it? Hold on. Your white, straight, cis, male, intersectional, feminist boyfriend isn't helping us. It's not helping us. And yeah, these women need to get more angry. And I was probably the only woman who told that news anchor to leave. Which is unfortunate. I really hope they used that footage, because that was good footage. But yeah, it was just kind of dumb, and like, I wish that more women were more serious about their liberation. And the way that women can get more serious about their liberation is to become acquainted with radical feminism and watch videos like mine. And also, like, I am so done not calling people out on their transgender bullshit, because it is such an abusive thing, and it just completely dominates the conversation. Cis means subordinate. That's what the trans have molded it to mean for them. Cis means subordinate. Because it's always like, whenever anyone is cis, or someone says, someone has to say, oh, I'm cis, but I'm cis. What they're really saying is, but I'm subordinate. Because the trans cult is dominating this entire movement. Hello. One last thing I forgot. Oh my god, I almost fucking forgot to say. So, the woman that wasn't that great at speaking, that had the men pretending to be women cheer about the fact that they were men pretending to be women. LOL. She said, she was like, and let's remember that it's okay if you're wearing a pussy hat now. But, I did say this. Didn't I say this? I don't think I said this. She was like, if it's okay if you're wearing a pussy hat now, but like maybe next time don't wear one, because they're not all inclusive. And everyone cheered. But of course, me being me, I went, boo! Because dumb shit. Like, those are for women, but the gal who made those is pro-trans, so I don't even give a fuck. Next time wear hanging hats, okay? Okay, bye.